UAC. It's easy as MAP9. Let's go. This is called Counteraction Terminal. And no, I had not forgotten at all about UAC Ultra. I was just doing some other stuff. But now it is time to return. Because this WAD is super awesome and there was no way I wasn't going to finish this series off. But yeah, map 9, so we're getting to the pointy end now. These last few maps are pretty damn cool, and we start here in a pretty industrial looking part of the UAC Ultra facility. And we're going into some pretty big bad fights. I think I've been saying in previous episodes of this playthrough that, you know, there's a map coming up that I'm waiting for that gets a lot harder, and yeah, this is the one. This is the one. This one gets a fair bit more difficult. Not like super difficult though. I'd say the next map, map 10 Skegway or Skagway, is Segway. Swegway is the it's called Skagway. The hardest map in the set. But this map has a couple of tricky moments, for sure. Trickier than probably anything that we've seen up to this point. But these first few areas are like a big key hunt. Once we get into it, into this room over here, we just need to press some switches to get in there. And there's quite a lot of fighting like sort of medium tier dudes in small spaces in this map. I think, where's this imp? Yeah, perfect. Perfect, this Revenant's probably gonna... Yes, that was a very nice kill. There's something I should remember for my rush playthrough, like a trick to add in, which is when you see monsters infighting, go in for the kill while they're distracted. Distracted enemies. Oh yeah, these guys. Alright, well, all I have at the moment is this chain gun. As many shells as I have, I don't have a shotgun to fire them with, so I could either try and run past these guys, or just kill them. And where did they go? Yeah, okay. They both walked away up the stairs. But yeah, just before we move on, check it out. This is really cool, I think, the starting area. A very sort of industrial looking sort of back part of the base. But we go to some more cool architectural set pieces. I mean, this WAD has very cool architectural set pieces. I'm a huge fan of this grungy look, as I'm pretty sure I've said in previous maps, but it's been a little while since I played, so I don't remember exactly what I've said about the WAD in general. But yeah, this kind of reminds me of the sort of thing that TNT would have inspired. Cool grungy tech bases. Whoa, okay, there is a chain gunner. Or is there? It's just shotgunners firing in quick succession. Bit of both? I swear there is a chain gunner. Well, there's an imp. Okay, we finally get... Hang on, did I already have a shotgun? Am I an idiot? And I had a shotgun that whole time. Oh, and that was a huge waste of a box of shells. Oh, anyway, secret number 1, I'm pretty sure is this wall. I knew that. And this rocket launcher will come in pretty handy. Maybe not for this guy though. I'm going to save these rockets up, because they are more useful in next parts of the map. Here we just have to fight a couple of medium tier dudes without too much trouble. Close quarters with the Revenant though, always a little bit scary because they can break the chain gun stun. This is a really cool reveal for the yellow key, by the way. So yeah, we ultimately want to go through this blue door, right? But we need the yellow key and the red key first. Oh yeah, and I think we fight it, yeah. We fight a Baron now with the single barrel shotgun. This is probably, actually, you know what? I think I can just use these 2 rockets for this guy. Soften him up a bit. Because single barrel shotgunning a Baron is pretty tedious. And you can see what I mean about the close quarters fights with the medium tier dudes. Alright, so we have the yellow key, so this is the way we go. Okay, and we want to try and make a fair bit of use of this chainsaw in the early stages. But we won't be single barrel shotgunning and chain gunning for too much longer, hint hint. But there's just something incredibly satisfying about this WAD and these maps. Like the architecture of 40 Ounce and Super Jamie is just, they're really talented at doing a lot with relatively little, you know. Like if you check on the map, the geometry itself like isn't that complicated, but it still looks really fresh and modern. I mean, it's from 2010 or 2009-ish, so it is getting pretty old now by Doom standards, but it still looks like it could have been released recently. I think 40 ounce these days works on the Doomaboard project stuff, so like Augur Zenith, for example, and they released a new one too, which I was playing recently, which is really cool. Really enjoyed it. I may play it on the channel. Yeah, here we go. I remember what this is all about. The super shotgun, but first we earn it by dispatching pinkies. Thank you very much. Life's good once you get this. Oh yeah, and I am missing a secret back in this room, but that's okay. Don't really need it right now, so I might just leave it. But yeah, this will heal lowers. And I'll leave that there just in case. Okay, you wanted to come and say hello, did you? Just in case I need it later. Oh, and I like that he came right into the door though, because it means his corpse got crushed and I can see past it easy. Okay, well, Super Shotgun takes out pinkies pretty nicely, so I don't care too much about the whole waste of ammo angle there. We want to now snipe. Snipe the hit scanners. I guess save some ammo on these guys. I think there should be another Cacodemon, maybe? Oh, he's going to be angry at that imp now, so let's go and grab this. It's tagged as a secret, but it's pretty obvious. And that would be the first rocket launcher that you get if you hadn't found the previous secret. Okay, so I'm going to focus on the hit scanners here. Also, man, I've just been blindly sort of playing without mentioning because I'm used to this map. This outside area I think is really cool. It made a huge impression on me the first time I saw it, with the really hot lava. The sky being just like a recolored version of Tech Wall. That's really cool in my opinion. I mean, it's extremely abstract, but it sort of works. You know, the idea that we're in some like hellish experiment, like some UAC doing these awful UAC Ultra experiments, but then the demons have sort of commandeered it and they're making it even worse. And the sky looking like this just fits really, really well with that sort of lore, deep lore for Doom WADs. I knew there was another Cacodemon. Yeah, so I've played UAC Ultra a few times, so unfortunately I can't really do like a semi-blind style, which I know you guys like in the TNT playthrough. I have to just play this as a practiced run because it is. Okay, this guy, should I use rockets? Yeah. Revenants on a staircase, always a little bit sketchy, but not if you're just going to smash them like that. Alright, pick up the backpack first, so as not to waste the box of shells. This should let out, yeah, a bunch of chain gunners. Maybe I'll chain gun them, taste their own medicine. Super shotgun spread wouldn't work very well here. And then this isn't a secret, but it's a little bit tricky to get to. So you got to strafe run sort of just right. What the hell? What the hell? It's not usually this tricky to get to. Maybe I just need to not strafe run and run forwards. Do I even need what's on here? What the? It's not even a secret. What the? Okay, now I'm just in... Well, had already been embarrassing myself. This is really embarrassing. What the? I just want that box of shells more than anything. Oh look, you know what? Bugger it. I do have a lot of shells anyway. It was... God damn. I can't believe how poorly that went. I know my movement's pretty sloppy at the best of times, keyboard or not, but that was really bad. But yeah, fortunately it's not tagged as a secret. And if I ever desperately need that box of shells, it's there. I can try for it. It might take me a few more goes, but I will try for it. Now, this is... yeah. I knew there was a Baron at some point. You know, it will be worth letting the chain gunner anger everybody. There we go. Yes, and he got angry at that one first. And he should get angry at the other one. There we go. And so what was I saying about distractions before? Haha! The Changa and I actually took out a Baron. Didn't necessarily think that the Baron would actually die from that. They have 1,000 hit points. Just goes to show how much chain gunners can and do hurt. Oh yeah, this just releases some dudes over here. No big deal. The one thing this map is quite light on for though is armor. So you want to be a little bit careful. Oh yeah, and yeah, this area out here is now full of flying enemies. This is not the only one of them. And there'll be a bunch more cacodemons as well. Where's the other pain elemental emerged from? Or is it? Maybe that is the only pain elemental, and I'm just thinking of these other lost souls. Damn, that lost soul's copying a beating. Super shotgun blast, cacodemon fireball. I hate that, you know, they've only got what, 100 and... Oh no, I think they have 150 health, right? So they can survive a fair bit sometimes. Whoop. Bit reckless of me. Double kill? Damn. Alright, well I guess I need to just grab this now because I don't want to forget about it later. And I'm pretty sure... Yeah. So yeah, as I said, I'm very practiced at these maps. I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, you know, like I know how the map goes, so I'm not gonna let myself get sprung by an archvile. And I just pressed 1 to bring out a melee weapon of some kind, and the chainsaw will do in this situation. The berserk fist is better, but whatever. And here we are, close quarters with a Mancubus. Happens a lot in these UAC Ultra maps, especially this one. Okay. Now that we have the super shotgun, taking on a couple of Hell Knights is no big deal. So yeah, I guess this is where this WAD starts to show its age a bit, like some of these fights are pretty straightforward. Close quarters with, oh yeah, that's right, well, I say that. This is always a little bit hectic. Fighting a gang of revenants in a small room. And there goes a large portion of that mega armor immediately after grabbing it. But hey, we get one of these, which is very appreciated. But there's a trap in this room over here. Let's do a bit of punching. Make that berserk somewhat worth it, I guess. Come back. But yeah, there's a trap in here. There it is. Pretty nasty, actually. Bunch of chain gunners. And now, the first big set piece of the map. Very cool. I love the green lights on that top of the thing. And yeah, one of these dudes, I forget what they called myself because it was a few weeks since I looked up what they were called on Doom Wiki, but the Molitor knockoff that they'd got from Heretic. Knockoff's a bit harsh for me, but you know what I mean. So yeah, we have to fight him one-on-one, but first, you can come into where these guys were from, and that's already all the secrets. Alright, so now with my lots of health and armor, let's take this guy out. This attack hurts, obviously, but it's pretty easy to dodge. I'd say arguably even easier to dodge than a regular Mancubus attack. Just be careful, because I'm pretty sure that middle fireball hurts particularly a lot. That is terrible English, but you know what I mean. Okay, and I just want to grab all the stuff from around here before I press the floor button over there, because this big set piece is not done. Place your bets. 2 spider demons, and so the temptation here is to try and get them to fight, but you'll take a lot of damage potentially by running up around behind them. Like, getting up close to them like that can really hurt. So I don't think it's worth it, especially while I'm trying to do like a recorded playthrough. In a more casual run, I'd take the risk, but here you can see I'm already close to 15 minutes in. There's another big bad fight at the end of this. I wouldn't mind having all my health and armor, so I'm going to take it a bit easier. This is not really getting in the best super shotgun hits here, am I? This is particularly tedious, I'm afraid. But they're immune to splash damage. I don't have enough plasma to take it out anyway, so I may as well save that. You get a lot more ammo from... you see how much they can hurt, though? People kind of forget they got this F tier reputation, and I guess deservedly so, because they are pushovers, but if you do let them start to get shots in on you, they will hurt. Because they're not just shooting like a regular chain gunner's attack, they're shooting a shotgun guy's attack. So they're repeatedly hitting you with a shotgun, not just the chain gun. And I'm trying to repeatedly hit it with the... Ow, you see what I mean. I said I wanted all my health and armor, and I've just lost it all in a moment of bloody madness by trying to get a bit closer. So annoying. This is actually... Ah, yes, damn it. Maybe here is the better place to cheap them out from. Well, there goes all that armor. Precious, precious armor. Okay, it's dead. Definitely just going to use the plasma rifle now, because I've got all this. And we'll speed this process up. I've lost all my armor anyway, so I may as well just stand here because there's those medkits over there. But yeah, this is just annoying. And yeah, like I'm saying, I mean, I may as well have tried to get them to fight because, well, how would I have lost any more health than that anyway? But if you go up there and sort of run around behind them, trying to get them to shoot at each other, first of all, this blocks you, so they'll stop shooting for a sec anyway. And if you're standing this close to them and they're just slapping you in the face with their hit scan attack, it can really, really hurt. Oh yeah, and there's like a few enemies that have teleported in on the way back. But it's no big deal whatsoever. In fact, these guys, just got to be careful of that. I was literally just about to say, this door closes again. So be careful. And I did not heed my own words. But well, the one good thing about not having any armor, especially in a map like this that gives you lots of health, is you can be a bit reckless. Right, I'm pretty sure there's one more art file to deal with. Oh, they're through the blue door. Yeah, and we do get another mega armor. Okay, so that's worked out fine. Let's just take it a bit easy and try and clear out everything in here. Yeah, there's a bunch of cacodemons. That's right. I will take them out first before picking up the mega armor so that I definitely have it for the final area. Mostly because I am an idiot and I'm doing silly things like that. But here we go. Pretty sure there's no one. So this door will close behind us and we're stuck out here. But yeah, this area, very cool. I love the roof pattern with the poking through to the sky and these like pulsing lights. But here we go. 90 something enemies left. And this is the arena that we fight them in. It is quite the showdown. And if you saw my like review video, like Map 1's video, you'll remember what's around the corner here. Let's go. Now at this point in time, I wonder if you're thinking, well, okay, 2 cyber demons, yeah, sure. Is that all? No, it is not. Okay, I just wanted them to come around that corner. We want to lure them all the way over here. Hopefully both of them. No, they're split up, that's awful. Okay, it's awful that they're split up like this. I want them both over this way. Okay, perfect. Okay. Damn it, I did get splashed a little bit, that's alright. Pick up this. Grab some shells. And there's another one of these guys, but now we can pretty safely just sort of like horseshoe around everybody. It's weird that out of everything, it's like a whole bunch of imps. Yeah, the cyber demons absolutely wrecked the Molitor thing, by the way. And now it's just the cyber demons versus a bunch of imps. And once again, distraction. I mean, while they're all distracted, it's probably the time that I should start plasmering them. But this bloody Mancubus, actually that's why there's only just 2 random Mancubi here, right? They're there to just be a little bit more distracting than the imps. Okay, that's a little bit dodgy what I just did there. Okay, perfect, he's distracted, just what I'm talking about. And now we just plasma 2 cyber demons. Okay, that splash damage there was bad. So let's get the hell out of here, because that's an awful spot where I was just standing there. Okay. Damn it, imps. Okay. I'm not standing too close to the wall. Perfect. One of them's dead, so now I can just relax a bit. Not too much, obviously, but don't have to worry about 2 volleys of rockets coming at me. Always nice. And there we go. And well, I'm pistol starting, so let's just get out of there. Counteraction Terminal. A really fun map, but actually, surprisingly, I've had this built up in my head because of that fight we just did, that this map gets, it's got this big bad fight in it. Honestly, it's probably a little bit easier than, I don't know, the previous map, I think. Still really cool though. I love the way that that final set piece looks, and it's a really fun map to do. And of course, there are a few moments that it was helped massively that I knew were coming, like those archfile surprises and so on. And that final arena can be a little bit tricky if you're not careful, like that running around them and letting the cyber demons take care of all the imps tactic. Definitely the way to go. Anyway, super cool map, super cool architecture, love this WAD. Here's the next episode of it. Next time we're going for map 10 Skagway. I think, actually, I've said it every time, but actually a hard map. The hardest in the set for sure, definitely. I'll see you then.